Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, I would echo your words to Fred. Fred, with all the ups and downs, and I haven't been here with you all through all that, but we're aware of it, your job here, and you've done a great job. Yeah, it was a tough thing to go through, and I'm sure a happy experience for you. You've done a good job. Fred, I do have a question on the safety review. You said phase 1 is already completed?
Yes, that's, I presented that last week. We could give, make sure you, our last meeting I should say, it's about a 26 page report. If we have not gotten that to you yet, we will get that to you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, that's right, and I missed the last 4 meetings.
Yes.
So in the phase 2 is now going to be.
Yes, the phase 2, as I noted last meeting, it's going to be looking at a whole series of additional items. This, in particular, some of the equipment issues, and again, the challenge we've given to that national transportation safety expert is really to do the top-to-bottom review, looking at all items. Although prompted by obviously the tragic accident in April, but looking at things that have that aren't related necessarily to that, but looking at anything that can, in fact, anywhere throughout the nation where there's a best practice that we might be able to learn from. And some of those things are things that we will put into place immediately. There are others that need to be evaluated because there are obviously certain trade-offs in it, and in terms of safety and how to best be able to do that. But yes, that is proceeding, as I say, in July. But we'll be looking more at equipment, kind of the actual physical equipment as well.
Yeah, at the last board meeting I was at, I made a recommendation for an independent safety expert just to come in-house for maybe a month, 2 months, and go through every procedure concerning safety review committees. You know, as you know, I went through that process, and I think there needs to be some help in direction and what their responsibilities are. Had you guys moved to do that?
That's what this safety, national safety expert is doing. We ought to make sure that it is as complete as you think it is. I believe it is, but that's what they are looking at, every element, not just certain operational elements or not, but just at every element, with particular emphasis, obviously, on issues around turns and what occurred in the tragic accident.
My only concern there was that he was doing this from afar rather than have him right in-house to actually walk through the whole process with everybody involved with the process. I just thought that'd be a good idea.
Let's explore that part further, because I didn't take the physical presence. I at least had been focused on making sure that that individual looked at all elements and had completely free access. We can go ahead and explore further about physical presence as well.
Yeah, thank you. And I know you guys are working hard on this issue. It's a tough one for the public.
I'll just remind everyone that the board committed to keeping management focused on this issue, and I know that as Neil starts his tenure and Fred hands the portfolio to him, that he's going to continue to track on everything that we can do to improve safety in the wake of especially in the wake of the tragic accident. So that convinced me that they're doing that. So are there any other comments or questions of Sue?
If I might, as a new person, I'm trying to remember the anticipated ridership, first-year ridership of the Green Line, and if we remove that, and this may have been discussed in previous board meetings, so I apologize. If we remove that ridership increase that has occurred due to the Green Line ridership, what would that mean in terms of comparison to 2009 for same level of service minus the Green Line as far as max ridership?
Part of the difficulty in being able to answer that is that those people who are taking the Green Line are oftentimes transferring from another service, specifically the number 72 on 82nd Avenue. And we have seen a decrease in that line, and about what we would guess are people that are probably between 82nd and the I-205 freeway, which is where obviously the Green Line is. But there are a number of new riders too. I think our estimates are about half of the riders are new, or at least, is that, I want to look at Josh, is that somewhere in that range?
I had heard that.
Yeah. We can probably give you some more details. Current daily ridership on the Green Line is about 19,600. At the end of the first year, projections that were made during good economic times would have that up in about the mid-20s, but it's still very healthy at 19.6.
And my question was less about the confidence in the Green Line, which I think by sight appears to be doing well, is if we compare overall max ridership throughout the region, and if we did not have the Green Line, how would the percentages of ridership compare 09 to 010 without the Green Line?
I don't have that number off the top of my head. Do you?
I don't either, but we can certainly get that to you, and I think we're happy to provide that separately. I think the other thing just that I would note is that as part of the rigor of the federal project, we also do a very thorough before and after study, which actually initiates about a year after the opening. And we're able to then learn a lot more detail about the origins and destinations and purposes of the people who are using the line and how that compared to the projections. So the intention of that is obviously to roll that knowledge forward to the future projects that we look at, or the future evaluation of transit service, so that we can learn from whatever actually happened on the ground with the Green Line.
And that analysis, I think, is in some cases anecdotal. It gives you information that numbers themselves describe, but gives you information that you can either improve service, improve customer awareness, and so forth. So that's good information.